Hi. For our last story this week, we're going to read Stop Snoring Bernard. Oh, what animal is Bernard? Let's read the blurb in the back. Bernard loves curling up and going to sleep. But there's one problem. Bernard snores. And he snores loudly. So loudly, he keeps all the other otters awake. Oh, he's an otter. So loudly that Grumpy Giles tells Bernard to snore somewhere else. But no matter where Bernard tries napping, he can't stop snoring. What is Bernard to do? It's not his fault he snores. Some people snore. I think I snore. Don't know, I'm asleep. Anyway, there's Bernard. And that looks like a cross giraffe, and there's a speech bubble and it says, "Stop snoring, Bernard." Poor Bernard the otter. Let's see if he can solve his problems. Bernard loved living at the zoo. He loved mealtimes, playtimes, and best of all, he loved nap time. There's Bernard. Looks funny. He's eating fish. I think otters love a fish. There they are. They're playing in the water. Oh, they're playing otters versus seals, I think. They're playing netball, volleyball. No. What's it called? Water polo. There you go. They're playing water polo. You're going to throw the ball into the net. Who do you think will win, the otters or the seals? Anyway, he loves nap time. Look at all the sleeping otters. All going to sleep. But there was one little problem. Bernard snored loudly. This says, snore. So snoring is kind of a noise that comes out your nose when you're asleep. And you go, sound a bit like a pig. There he is, and look, his friend, very cross. Stop snoring, you're keeping me awake. One afternoon at nap time, Grumpy Giles had had enough. Snore somewhere else, Bernard, he said. It's like, go away and snore somewhere else. You're messing up my bedtime with your silly noises. Bernard tried sleeping in the lake, but that didn't help. Snore. Stop snoring, Bernard. Who do you think in the lake told him to stop snoring? Who would live in the lake? Could it be the fish? The fish could tell him. No, it wasn't the fish. Would it be... Who else lives in the water? Turtles? Was it turtles? No. It was... Snap, snap, snap. A crocodile. Oh, did I make a crocodile angry? He might eat you up. He bounced him into the air. Stop snoring, Bernard. He tried sleeping in the fountain, but that didn't work. Who do you think stopped him snoring in the fountain? Who lived near the fountain? The fish? No, they didn't tell him. Someone tall, someone orange and brown, with a very long neck. Who told him to stop snoring? The giraffes. They look cross. Stop snoring, Bernard. He tried sleeping in a puddle. That didn't work either. Oh, you can tell who might be telling. Look, whose feet do you think these are? They're very big feet. Grey, big, stompy feet. Who do you think it is? Stop snoring, Bernard, said the elephants. And they're pouring water on his head. Poor Bernard. I feel really sorry for Bernard. He's only going to sleep, and he's sleeping in a puddle. It's not a very nice place to sleep. And still, he's annoying people. Bernard was sad and lonely. He found a tucked away place, curled himself up, and drifted off to sleep. Snore, snore, Snore. He's lonely. He just wants to go to sleep. It's not his fault. Poor Bernard. The other otters started to miss Bernard. They searched for him all through the night. Bernard, Bernard, where are you, Bernard? So he's run off, and actually the other otters miss him because everyone likes Bernard. The next morning, Bernard awoke and saw hundreds of bats on the ceiling. "Excuse me," he said, "how do you sleep with all the snoring?" "We didn't," replied the bats. "We were out all night, and now we're going to sleep. So please don't snore here." Ah, bats are nocturnal. Bats, they sleep in the daytime, but they go out at night time. So while Bernard was sleeping at night time, the bats are awake anyway. And now the Bernard's going off to play, the bats are going to sleep. That's a perfect situation. So Bernard's not sleeping and snoring when the bats are sleeping. Bernard felt terrible. There wasn't any place he could sleep without bothering somebody. He trudged towards the zoo gate, but then he heard something. Look at poor Bernard. What's he doing? What's this? He's crying. Poor Bernard. What is he going to do? It was the other otters. "We couldn't sleep without you," said Grumpy Giles, "and I feel sorry I yelled. Please come back." Look, the otters were driving a little truck, and they found him, and they miss him, and they give him a hug. Ah, Bernard. And from that day onwards, everyone napped happily. Well, almost. Good night, Bernard. Oh, look. They've decided to put up with the snoring and just deal with it. They prefer to be friends. There you are. Stop snoring, Bernard. Do you know anyone that snores? Anyone in your house as a snorer? Do you snore? I wonder. See you soon. Bye.